What up YouTube, Taboo back for another review, and this one's to that Denzel Curry, Taboo Act 1 The Light. And I'm gonna give this one the green light, dude, because I definitely enjoy the whole vibe. This is honestly some of my favorite music, the types of music that Denzel Curry releases right here, man. Well, it's going to get rather interesting because you see the whole concept behind this Taboo album is he's going to drop it in 3 increments, and this one is the first one, the light. The next one is going to be gray, and the next one is going to be dark after that, man. And I have my assumptions on what this all means or whatever because he always does have his own concepts and such, man. I believe that he's touching on something specific here that he's been going through, and he's giving us the light area of it, man. But it's going to gradually get darker as these songs continue to come out, man, because the light came out today. The gray one is going to be tomorrow, and the dark one is going to be the day after that. Hopefully, I'll be able to talk about all 3. But before we go ahead and break down this project, man, let's first look at Denzel Curry as an individual and his skill set, man, because he is a really skilled individual, man, but his whole specialty is super complex concepts and having things to say all the time, man, while he got a pretty strong delivery and he really focuses in on wordplay and such. But that doesn't mean that he's limited to just that, as he proves on this project as well, that he can be a more punchline geared type rapper, but yet he chooses to specifically focus in on this because he has things to say, and I appreciate that 100%. But let's go ahead and break down this project from the top, man, starting with Taboo, where this song, man, it has really good vibes just based off of that production. But when you start to delve deeper into the things that he's saying, I'm thinking he may have just opened up a can of worms here that he really shouldn't in this day and age, because I understand everything that he does is for the art. Everything that he's doing, he's saying something specific. He's definitely having a concept. He's talking about something here that we won't be able to see until all 3 projects come out. But yet, when you specifically talk about what he's talking about on this Taboo joint, you realize, okay, there's whole movements going against this right now, and people are getting slammed under the bus because of it. Because the basic concept around Taboo is having a relationship with an underage individual who was once molested as a child. And he pretty much goes in like, yo, I'm having sex with this individual to try to hit the hate up out of her. And how you know he's having a relationship with an underage individual is like when he said, you know, you loving me is forbidden, me loving you back is a crime. It is an enjoyable track, man, but I'm just saying, don't get caught up in the Me Too movement if you don't have to. You feel me? Like, but I do want to see exactly where he's going with all of this as we jump into the second track, which is that Black Balloons, where again, it got a lot of feel-good production, man, which was rather enjoyable there as well. Where the basic concept around this one is black balloons are being symbolic of the pain and struggle that individuals go in, that eventually it's going to float above your head and pop. So therefore, you won't have to deal with this pain or anything like that anymore. As Gold Link is doing his thing on here too, man, but he's not that phenomenal on top of everything, man. But yet, the whole vibe of the entire song, it makes it all the way worthwhile. The next song is Cash Maniac, where the basic concept around this one is just talking about his success and things that he actually enjoys and stuff. And he delves into a bit of the punchlines where he starts saying that, okay, I see my future, but I'm not B-Rabbit, in which he's talking about the specific character. His name was Future, that was in 8 Mile, and go along with everybody remember B-Rabbit and all that dude. And how he said that his tour is jumping off like your pivot, where that basically means, you know, when you're taking pivots in basketball, then you kind of need to leave the ground to lay the ball up or shoot it or something, man. And he's pretty much talking about how hot his tours and stuff are, man. And overall, with that Caribbean-like feature that he got on there, man, it definitely accentuates the good vibes that he consistently put out through all 3 of those songs right there, man. Definitely all 3 of those are my favorites, and they are the most enjoyable here. But I'm not going to take away from the next track, which is Sumo. But yet, You could tell the drastic shift in production right here, where it comes off as a transition song from the light to the gray area. And you can tell how much of a dramatic shift this was, man, because starting with that production, where it comes off feeling like a lo-fi like essence, you dig, where it got super high energy, where the aspect of lo-fi comes in with that super heavy, somewhat distorted like bass sound that he got jumping off in there. Where on Sumo, the basic concept here is again talking about money and all of this, how he's saying his pockets is fat. It's like sumo wrestlers or like Rikishi, where Rikishi was once a WWF wrestler from back in the day. But here on this song, he showcases his ability to release certain punchlines and such. How he's saying people are waiting on my fall like it's autumn. How he's giving out bricks like he's Shaq at the free throw, where that's overtly him talking about drugs and all of that, man, giving out bricks, but yet bricks as in Shaq never hit a free throw in his life. And how he said he got money on his mind like a tumor, where a lot of people get brain tumors and such, where you got to go ahead and surgically get those removed and all that, man. He definitely showcases his skill set to be able to do punchlines. He just chooses not to go in that direction because he honestly has a bunch of things to say. Now, overall, as the first aspect of this project, it's pretty dope, but yet I'm not going to sit up and say that it's great. Like, I enjoy all of the good vibes. This is stuff that I could consistently ride to, but it's not something that I would specifically seek out to listen to. You feel me? Like, I would put it on my playlist on Spotify or something like that. And if it comes up and I'm in the mood, I'll listen to it, but yet I would have to be in a certain mood. If not, it's getting fast forward past because I got songs that are absolute hits on there that I'm going to listen to every single time they pop up. And I don't feel as though these are absolute hits that I will listen to every time they pop up, but yet solid though. So overall, I'm going to give this joint a 7.5 out of 10 right now for this brief EP. But we're going to see where it goes from here as I'm projecting the part 2, the gray area. There's going to be a lot more of that lo-fi like sound or whatever. And then when you get into the darker areas, it's going to get super hardcore rap. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there. And you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.